Just slow. Over in Moscow, Putin just threw a Victory Day bash that was missing the tanks because they're rusting in a Ukraine ditch. Trump is taking a massive victory lap for his quagmire in Iran, driving his motorcade on the surface of an empty pool in the National Mall. Apparently, we are living in a world where you don't actually have to win the war to declare victory. Just be the loudest guy in the room.
Look at Greenland. We should have Greenland.
Is he back on Greenland, or is that an old clip?
That's an old clip I never get tired of.
Okay, I was just like, I was like, oh man, is he back on that again?
No, he's on the Cuba now.
Yeah. I put that in my preset clips because it just sounds so ludicrous out of context. I mean, it's ludicrous in context too. But,
yes.
I just love that clip. We need Greenland. We deserve Greenland.
Well,
but I do think it's interesting how he and Putin are in the same boat right now in their respective wars. I mean, Putin is just basically losing his. I mean, we're I don't know if we're losing ours, but I don't know. It's like Robert Kagan wrote in the Atlantic today. He thinks it's checkmate that Iran has checkmated us on the war, and I think maybe he's right.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so. Those videos alone kind of won it. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, you mean those Lego videos?
Yes.
But now when we said they never brought out the pilot that supposedly trekked a huge amount of space in 24 hours after he was downed, and we've never heard anything. Now they're saying, well, they used these little tiny toy helicopter basically to go get him, these little tiny ones. And somebody who was in a comment section somewhere said, I've worked there. It's like, there's no way that they used that because it has to be refueled so often. So,
yeah. Well, it's kind of the under discussed story is Ukraine is. I think you can say Ukraine's winning that war. I mean, they've regained more territory than Russia in the last couple of months.
And
Putin had that parade.
Yeah.
What's that?
Last I heard, they had regained almost 150 miles.
Right. Yeah.
And Putin is he's starting to lose the Caucasus too, the Southern Caucasus. Zelensky showed up on a Zoom thing there with them, but they're kind of Azerbaijan and Armenia, Azerbaijan and somebody, but they're kind of done too. They don't want to deal with any of it anymore.
And he had his little parade, and they had practically no tanks because the tanks are all in. I love this. The tanks have become tourist attractions in Ukraine.
Yeah,
the rusting Russian tanks. People go and have parties and take pictures. Now, I think that's when you're losing a war, when the opposition turns your rusting tanks into tourist attractions.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh!
But they've killed so many Ukrainians.
It is
absolutely.
It destroyed their childhoods too, and families, and all of that. But it is good to see Putin going down. And even though I live in the U.S., it's good to see Trump losing. It's good to see the U.S. losing. I hate to say that.
Yeah, it's complicated. All these MAGA people say, we're traitors and everything because we want Iran to win, and it is kind of complicated.
It is.
It's complicated
but it was an illegal war, and it should never have happened. And a lot of people should still be alive, including the 168 little girls. They.
Well, here's what Trump looked like yesterday. I mean, that doesn't look like a winner to me. That's a Reuters picture there.
Sleepy Dawn.
Hello, dear winter. your dear trail mixers.
Hi, Winter.
And no, look at there. Jamie's first on the block to say good morning. Her alter ego. How do you do that, Jamie? You keep such close track of the commenters. You're our moderator.
They're on the side, and the way to write your post is right there under there.
I know, but you have to look at it. See, I keep forgetting to look at it.
Oh, there's Eggery. Hi.
Eggery's here. Eggery. And that's our dear leader yesterday, looking fit and trim, ready to rock. And yeah, I'm actually going to play this because I kind of chopped it up. Now that a couple of y'all are here, I put this together. This little. We'll play my intro reel again. Those biggest losers are throwing themselves a parade. Over in Moscow, Putin just threw a Victory Day bash that was missing the tanks because they're rusting in a Ukraine ditch. Trump is taking a massive victory lap for his quagmire in Iran, driving his motorcade on the surface of an empty pool in the National Mall. Apparently, we are living in a world where you don't actually have to win the war to declare victory. Just be the loudest guy in the room.
Look at Greenland. We should have Greenland.
I put that to Steamboat Willie. That's my new theme music for everything. Steamboat Willie.
With regard to the national
cartoon this morning was a real winner.
The what?
The cartoon this morning, Pat D
put
up with the vulture.
Yes,
that was a real winner.
Yeah, I had that ready to go. I'll go get that. Yes, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, there were a couple today. We'll scroll down here. Jim Crow, no, we haven't used crows in years. Gerrymandering. Jim Crow, no, we haven't used crow. And Rebellious had a couple of this is a cool thing about that Pat D had on here. I didn't know that Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers and who's the other one? Oh, Kimmel. They're all going dark for Colbert's. Well, not dark. They're going to run reruns, and they're encouraging all their viewers to watch Colbert.
Awesome. Yeah, I love
that. That is so amazing. I think that's
well. They're all buddies. They have a podcast together.
Yeah, do they still have that?
Yeah,
do they still have the five? The five of them.
And
yeah, I think
they did that during COVID. Yeah, the Force. The Strike Force 5. Yeah, Pat D's got a clip of it here this morning on Trail Mix. I can't show these folks because the network's copyright police make me delete anything of theirs that I use. So anyway, but you can go to trailmix.cc every morning, and Pat D puts up the best clips from the late night shows, and they haven't found us yet. They haven't sued Trail Mix yet. So
yeah, they were great. They were great last night.
They were. I want to get into this hubris. I need you to. We'll get back into this, Jamie. This hubris nemesis thing. I need some explanation. But Rebellious Renee had a couple of good ones here this morning. I thought that's a good one. Iran, your gas prices are up.
Iran, your gas prices up. Yep.
Iran, you're right. Your gas prices are up. And then and I've noticed here that we're at now when we get to 13,000 subscribers, that'll make us a teenager, right? Teenager.
Yeah.
We'll be in our teens. And on June 5th, I don't know what we're going to do about it, but June 5th, Trail Mix turns 21 years old. We can drink.
Oh, wow.
I guess that's what we'll do. We'll just drink.
Yeah, we'll just have a virtual happy hour.
Yeah, post songs about drinking.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Of course, when I was at it in those days, when I was growing up, you could drink at 18.
Me too.
We made sure to do that too.
Yeah.
But here's another one from her. So this is from Rebellious Renee this morning on Trail Mix. So of the 35,000 lies you've told the American public, Mr. President, which is your favorite? I don't lie. Yeah, that's my favorite one too.
Oh boy.
I just like the screaming maggot here. That looks like Mr. Snow right there. Is that Mr. Snow?
Don't say his name. It's like Beetlejuice. He'll show up.
Oh, and then he'll show up. Now, Winter, you're not saying you're 16 years old. Are you saying you're 16 years old? No.
No, she's
Drinking
saying
age.
that drinking
Drinking
age is
age.
16. And I know that.
Okay.
My brother went to Germany for 2 weeks or 3. I think he went 3 weeks, and I went to Spain for 2 through school. And they let them drink in Germany.
16. Wow.
Spain is 16 too, and they would not let us drink in Spain.
Well, that must be age of consent too, I wonder.
I think. I don't know.
Oh, let's not get into that.
Maybe.
But yeah. So where'd we get started on? What were we doing here?
Looking at the cartoon this morning.
Oh yeah, that.
The very last thing I posted was that woodpecker. The very last.
Oh, you got a woodpecker.
Your woodpecker.
The woodpecker eating out of the hummingbird fever.
I got to hit refresh. You got to hit refresh on Trail Mix to get the latest post, but I guess
So go all the way down to the bottom and then go just a little bit. There it is. No, go down.
There it is.
There it is. That. Yep. He's drinking out of the hummingbird feeder. I had to take it down yesterday.
Oh, it's a oh, it's an Apple movie. Oh shoot.
Well, never mind then.
Well, I can make it work, but
don't worry about it. You can watch it later.
Yeah.
I put that up because you said you liked woodpeckers. So
I do, and I want to see this, but I'll go and reshape that one later.
Yeah, you can look at it tomorrow. But the other things I posted, Mexico has enshrined in their constitution the banning of GMO corn.
I saw this corn up here. Is this now? What is GMO corn?
Genetically modified corn, and they've enshrined that in their constitution that they cannot. Yeah, because they don't want to ruin because of glyphosates and all the other stuff. They don't want to do that. So,
is that genetically modified corn right there?
No,
that's the real thing.
That's the real thing.
Because that's pretty. Man, that's pretty corn.
Yeah. And then the other thing they did was they wrote off a lot of people farmers that couldn't repay their debts. They wrote off a lot of bad debt, and they have an institute to return what was stolen to the people. So I think we need an institute to return what was stolen from us by Trump and cronies. So I think that's a good idea.
Here's Silicon Tomatoes review of our show yesterday. A delightfully chaotic descent into modern dystopian absurdity. That makes it sound kind of fancy, doesn't it? Modern dystopian absurdity. This episode oscillates between biting geopolitical analysis and profound technical incompetence. The gang's sharpest commentary unearths chilling truths about corporate surveillance and First Amendment skirmishes, serving a masterclass in anti-authoritarian grit. I like that phrase, anti-authoritarian grit. Yet this intellectual momentum is routinely derailed by bizarre tangents into Eurovision vampire music. agonizing live calls to Jim Jordan's voicemail and relentless background car wash noises. So today's dumpster fire tangent, the BS and tangent meter was 78%. Oh, it's 16 just for beer and wine in Germany. Okay, that's a little better, I guess. Well, that's like New Orleans. I think drinking in New Orleans starts. I mean, the hell, those kids they brush their teeth with alcohol. I think in New Orleans, it starts so young. And that was, in New Orleans, you could buy white liquor, not just beer and wine, and in the grocery stores, which now you can most everywhere, I guess. There was a time that wasn't possible. And getting back to Pat D's theme on gerrymander, I think this right here, I believe, could be the signature photo from this gerrymander. This is Justin Pearson in Tennessee, the state rep, being barred from a meeting. He's a member of the legislature, and they're having a committee meeting, divvying up districts, and this is the sergeant of arms blocking him from attending the meeting to carve up his own district. I mean, but I just think that those their faces in that
haven't
picture.
You heard?
What's that?
I said, but they're not racist. Haven't you heard?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
there
the
was-
standoff right there.
there was I don't know if it was Alabama. I think it was in Alabama. Anyway, one of the old fat white guys, he's walking back and somebody said something to him and he said, "You better shut up, boy." And I was like,
yeah.
I
Yes.
mean, it's it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's-
that's on. I think that's actually on audio. Somebody got that on audio.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people?
And then we got the Democrats have the Epstein witnesses. I believe this is live right here.
Yeah.
Is this what you were talking about, Katie? Oh, I don't
Yeah,
have. I got to
that's
get
what I
it
was
on the screen. I
watching.
don't have it on the screen. Here it is. Hang on. Technical incompetence. All right, here we go. All right.
Any examples?
That's the
And the
live
examples are not just
Mhm.
limited
Epstein
to
survivors hearing.
Major
Why did they choose to do it in
took
Palm
money from
Beach just to
Epstein
mess with
and
Trump?
provided
Or
questionable
I believe it's
And
because
that's
so
putting it
many of them
nicely.
live in Florida,
hospital systems,
and it was
academic
easier for them.
institutions, modeling agencies,
okay.
and the list
Plus,
goes
you have to
on.
think
They
about
all
it. It's
require
survivors. They have
careful,
traveled to
independent
Washington how many
examination
times
of
to be there for all these
investigative
different
leads.
things to
The
make
burden should not
themselves known,
survivors
and
name names,
it's kind of respectful for them to say, "We'll come to your turf."
voluntary
Yeah,
spaces to
yeah.
speak.
Well, and I
I
think
hope
the
they're
I mean, I
naming a
think
lot
that's a
of
valid
names.
reason and everything, but I think Democrats are also getting a kick out of doing it at Trump's
Oh, I'm sure.
doorstep.
On relevant authorities to do their jobs
But the thing that
thoroughly,
I keep,
transparently.
I heard it again yesterday, and every time I hear it, I think people don't know.
Survivors have already carried
I
too
mean,
much
I saw a
personal
number yesterday. There are
burden. We should not
1,200
carry the
Epstein
failures of our
victims.
institutions as
Y-
well.
Oh, there's more than that.
Needed now
Well,
is
I
not
mean, even 1,200 people
defensiveness,
shocks
but
people.
accountability.
I mean, they don't
They
know.
there was 1,200
For survivors,
women and
flow without
girls,
exploitation
and then
is not
the boys that are
never been
coming forward now that have credible
ensure that it will be
credible
twisted into us
stories
entering
are
political
fray
by being
are
here
not
today.
included in that
But we have been
because
Yeah.
they didn't know it was
Yeah.
happening to boys too. They only knew it was happening to women and girls
anyone
for a
And then there's
while.
all the people that disappeared because they
Right.
were sold away or
Yep.
unalived or whatever.
Right.
and here.
Yeah, and remember,
Sasha
Mr.
Riley's
Snow,
the one that's really the big voice for the men.
Mr. Doe, and Trump was a Democrat then. He was Epstein's. He was a Democrat when he was Trump's friend.
He was a Democrat too.
That always cracks me up when Trump tries to make that case that Mr. Snow's making here. Well, it was all Democrats, yeah, and you was one of them.
Didn't become a Republican until he realized he couldn't win the Democratic ticket.
Then the other thing going on this morning is we got got Hexeth. Well, I think maybe. Oh yeah, here he is.
God.
Got Hexeth on the hill. Oh, here's. C-SPAN's will make me log in. Come on, C-SPAN. I already did log in.
And how do you know that, Mr. Snow? Where's the documentation like that?
Oh, that's. No, you remember that? That's one of the. That's one of our MAGA debating rules.
Delighted that you know.
Yeah, they want you to prove it when they claim something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's let's see, let me catch up here. That's one of the MAGA debating rules is shift burden of proof. Disprove me. That's what you make an assertion.
Prove me wrong.
And then to say, prove me wrong.
That's the Charlie Kirk way. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I think I've got them all covered here. There are certain subcategories within each one that, but I think I've got the basic main categories in the 5 top ones there of the MAGA debate dodges.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Here's
Pathetic.
Susan Collins in her last term. In her last term. She's on her way out.
Concerned. Is she concerned? She's concerned.
Yeah, she's concerned again.
Yeah.
Keep the yard at all phases.
I'll tell you what,
The initial
I've never seen her in this much trouble for reelection, but this woman is a survivor. I will say. I mean,
why
she has,
only
she
one
has pulled
DDG is
Well, the money's coming out of the woodwork for
a
her.
few times.
I saw Graham Plattner. He was talking about how much money all of a sudden is showing up for her. Dark money. So.
And I thought it was interesting that apparently they're polling, because when they have this much polling, this much money, they're doing. I mean, I have seen campaigns that are as rich as hers is probably now, that have polled as much as 3 times a day. You know, and but anyway, their polling must have showed that her shaking, her condition, is an issue with voters, even though they've known it for years. That to the point that she had to come out and give a statement and explain her medical condition, which I thought Mainers have known for decades. You know what? It's the same condition as RFK Jr.'s, I think.
Wait, what does she have?
It's a condition that caused that shaking in her voice and everything. And I don't remember what it's called.
Parkinson's?
It's not Parkinson's, but it's
something along those lines, though.
Yeah. Jamie's busy with Mr. Snow. When Jamie's done with Mr. Snow, maybe she can look that up for us. what is Collins's condition? But anyway, my only point was she felt it was necessary to come out and talk about it and explain it. And the minute I saw that, I thought, oh, they're picking up something in the polling that has people troubled, that it shows her age. Now I think now that when she was younger and had this issue, the tremors. Yeah, Truth Only's got the right word here. Tremors was the word that I was trying to think of. When she was younger and people saw that, it wasn't. Now that she's getting older, people assume it's her age. That's and I think that's why they came out with a big statement about it a few days ago, talking about it. Anyway, I only bring it up to say it shows they're worried. I think they're worried. They ought to be. I mean, if their polls are anything like the public polls, they got a lot to worry about in that race. But I worry. I like Plattner, and I've seen others talk about this, but I get a little concerned he's another Fetterman. I don't want him to.
I don't think he's going to be another Fetterman.
I hope not.
I started out the same way with Fetterman. I just loved Fetterman. I loved how he talked, how he looked, everything. And then he just turned into something else.
Well, the thing is, he was, I did too, but every time I was looking at him, I was also looking at Dr. Oz. And so if you compare the two, he's great. Without having Oz to go up against, I don't know if he would have seemed so great. And I think something happened because of his stroke, and I think something happened because his wife is an immigrant, and he was maybe, I think there's other stuff going on besides that. But Dr.
Well, wait a second. Are you saying he's concerned they'll deport his wife if he doesn't play ball?
I think somebody said.
I think so.
Yes, I do. I think somebody maybe brought that up and said, your wife is from Brazil. Would you like to keep her and your children together? Because
that's your superpower, Blue. You connect dots.
Yeah. But also, Mr.
Sometimes when I think they're too far apart, turns out they're connected.
That's what I thought. First, I thought it was a stroke, but then when they started saying that they were going after people who were in the country legally. Yeah. Then I thought it was probably that, because he went so far the other way real fast. He just like basically, and now he's saying, I can't be a Democrat anymore. He, and he's like, you haven't been for a while, bud, but yeah. Dr. Oz, did you see his little thing at the press conference?
No.
Women need to have more babies because we're underbabied. His word was, as a doctor, his medical term was underbabied. Need at least 3 babies.
He actually used those phrases.
Underbabied.
Underbabied.
Underbabied. We need at least 3 babies apiece. How dare we not have any children or less than 3 babies? We are underbabied.
Well, that's the thing on the right. What they leave out is they want more white babies. They don't leave. They leave that part out.
And they want control of women. They don't want you in the workplace. They don't want you to have your own money. They don't want you to be able to speak up against your husband, like the Republican rep who threw a pot of boiling water at his wife in front of their 2-year-old child was there.
And they're still allowing him to be in government.
And they're not kicking him out.
Nope.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've actually been saving this for a couple of days and I hadn't got around to it, and that's a good segue to
just
this.
These basic cadences of life.
Of course, this is obviously a long time ago. This is where he talks about how basically he says people without children are insane or something.
I think are really powerful and really, really valuable when you have kids in your life. And the fact that so many people, especially in America's leadership class, just don't have that in their lives. I worry that it makes people more sociopathic and ultimately our whole country a little bit less less mentally stable. And of course, you talk about going on Twitter. Final point I'll make is you go on Twitter and almost always the people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
I guess he's done the research on that, huh?
But the men aren't at home generally taking care of the kids. It's the women, or they have the money to outsource them elsewhere, or have had to come up with the daycare money, which we don't support anything for people to actually have kids, like health care and daycare and education and housing. Why would anybody want to have a kid? Seriously.
My uterus is shut down for business. It's still working, but no, we're not going to make any more. Done.
Well,
Katie, I see, Katie, you're having a sidebar with Mr. Snow along with Jamie there.
Yeah.
And to go on about it, there's another song in Suffs where a woman refuses to marry because at the time period it was the equivalent of being declared dead.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That speaking of Suffs, they made me delete that yesterday whenever we played that recently.
Oh. Well, you can still watch the whole thing on PBS.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I actually it popped up on my actually on my YouTube on my television. Anyway, I've saved it to go back and watch all of it.
Go fuck yourself, Mr.
The
Snow.
song goes into it's now his money, his property. What could be done to her, his children. She was virtually dead the instant she said, "I do."
Yeah. So
so that's where they want to go.
And look at all of the people who didn't have children, who should never be around children. So Trump had children, and yet he shouldn't have been around children. Just saying.
Just a couple of days ago in the Oval Office when he had all those kids in there with the athletic thing they were doing anyway, and had boys and girls, and that 13-year-old kid, he started talking to him about
transgender
women's
bathrooms and stuff, and that 13-year-old kid's just looking at him like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and the little girl standing beside him with her arms crossed in front of her, just glaring. Like, what is this?
And then he starts going on, scaring all these kids about nuclear war. And I'm thinking, get these children out of the room.
Yep. But, Katie Johnson was a child, and he shouldn't have been anywhere near her. He shouldn't have been anywhere near her. So I don't think that having children is for everyone, because some people wouldn't be. Some people like me, I'm a wonderful aunt. I would be a terrible mother. I'm a wonderful aunt.
Oh, I bet you are.
Would you like to be an aunt to Liam?
Sure.
He
I
needs
love another.
one. He needs one.
Because I only have two. I love the third.
Okay. Honorary aunt for my son. Yay.
Anti-blue. Anti-blue.
Anti-blue.
But yeah, so it's not everyone should be around children, and not everyone is financially equipped to take care of children.
Well,
in this country, especially.
I keep thinking about that when I get groceries, and there's just two of us, and I'll spend $100 on groceries. It'll basically for a week or so. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I just can't, I so empathize with, even though I don't experience it, I mean, with families of 5 or 6, I mean, the grocery bills, I just can't imagine what it's like.
And then
the other thing is, yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say that the people in Congress, their per diem for food per day is more than SNAP.
Yep.
For a month.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
I think so.
Now that's a good detail. That's an
I think their per diem for food is like $79 a day or something.
Well, isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
We need to go look. We need to go look that up. But it's a lot. It's more than SNAP. So
it is. It's really
well,
sad.
if we could ever peel Jamie away from Mr. Snow in the comment section, she could look these things up. I'm over here checking out
it's $92 a day for food.
There you go. For Congress?
Yep.
wow.
No way. $92 a day?
I thought it was 79.
A day.
I thought it was 79
a day?
92.
Yep. I just looked it up too.
They gave themselves a raise because of inflation. Wow. And how much is SNAP per month for one person?
Huh. That is a stat I've not ever heard before. That they get something like that. Huh. Now is that for what? For groceries or restaurants or just anything or
anything?
Wow.
Really?
Even stuff RFK Jr. doesn't want you to have, like soda pop.
Yeah.
So how much is SNAP for one?
Needs to fall down a well, and we can't.
How much is SNAP for one person per month, Jamie?
292 is the maximum.
Okay, so divided by 90, whatever it was. How many days worth? 93. How many days? How many days?
Call that 292 divided by 30.
Yeah. There we go.
Huh.
So, yeah.
I never had heard that. That's an interesting stat.
292 really divided by 30. $9.73 a day.
For SNAP.
For SNAP. At the max per person.
Well,
it goes up to 975 maximum for a family.
Oh,
but then you've got lots of people, so
we got 71 people right now. We're pretty smallish today. I got a small group today. It's cozy. We got a cozy group today.
That's okay. That's a church basement. We're happy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Can it be a non-denominational? Those are usually bigger.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. There was something. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Pogue. Where was it? Pogue put this on. These inflation numbers. Now here you go, Mr. Snow. You're gonna have to drop your Biden derangement syndrome on comparing Trump inflation to Biden inflation, because we just learned
there he is.
There he is, but then that's not where he had the actual. Oh, here he goes. Yeah, here it is. Inflation shot up to 3.8% in April. Of course, that's the gas prices going. And but then the thing about it is that is now the highest that is higher than what he inherited from Biden when Biden left office. So,
with, I was gonna say, well.
So you're going to have to drop the Biden derangement syndrome on that topic, the whataboutism.
Yeah, they said gas prices.
That Biden derangement syndrome.
Gas prices have gone up almost 50% on average since last year at this time. 50% increase. Now that impacts everything that's trucked across the country, all the food. It's in everything. So it's a multiplier of our inflation.
Well, we're not really here to do any of those things, Beer. We're just having a good time. I don't understand what your point is.
Said the same exact thing yesterday.
Yeah, that looked like a copy and paste. Did you get that from Grok? He copied that from Grok.
It's a bumper sticker. It's a long bumper sticker, but it's a bumper sticker.
Right.
We're having
at least we don't look like this. At least we don't look like that. That was dear leader. That was your dear leader yesterday, just looking in fine shape. And here's Putin's tank. They've turned his tanks in Ukraine into tourist traps now. You can go there and have your picture taken with a rusting Putin tank. These guys are really winning. Trump and Putin, they're just on a roll, aren't they? Things are going so well for them. And now Trump's got to go over to China and be humiliated.
Yeah, I'm wondering, that's a long flight. I've known people that have taken long flights and they've ended up with deep vein thrombosis. And one person even died on a flight from India back to the U.S.
Well, that's how come Bush Sr. threw up on the prime minister. That was a long flight.
But deep vein thrombosis is really, and he's clearly on blood thinners based on the bruises on his hands. So I'm just wondering how he can make that flight.
Yeah. And, okay, Mr. Snow, he's rallied. Biden derangement syndrome has rallied. It got up tonight. I don't know if it did.
Doesn't erase 9.1. What is he talking about?
I know inflation got pretty high at one point. So he's back. Whataboutism is
Are you
alive.
kidding me? That is a flat out lie. Oh my God. Wow.
They all pull numbers out of their
asses.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, because, just like Trump's going to bring down the price of prescription drugs by 1,500%, effectively meaning that they will pay you to take it.
Where'd Winter go? Winter and Eggery.
Eggery's working.
We lost Winter and Eggery.
Might not respond.
All these working people. We ain't got time for working people. We need people.
My shift doesn't start until 2:30, so I'm good.
Not against America and in support of Iran, just that we should not have started the war in Iran, and we want this to end now.
Oh, there's Winter.
And we're not coming out ahead no matter what happens, because we started this thing. We've already lost it, and we lost a lot of people, including 168 little girls in a school who were double tapped by the Pentagon. Yep. Lost their lives. This is not an anti-America thing. It is not a pro-Iran thing. It is an anti-war thing.
Yeah.
Get with it.
Now, Winter's there after all. Hello, Winter. She woke up. Anyway, Winter, this Eurovision controversy is getting pretty intense. New York Times had a whole piece on it about
what controversy now?
Well, Israel. The deal is there's all this. Apparently, Israel's has targeted Eurovision as sort of a soft PR public relations target for some time now to get involved. And New York Times actually did a big piece on it yesterday. This whole question of Israel being allowed to have a contestant in there. Maybe that's what we'll listen to today when we get around to it.
Denmark won't even allow, has cut off visas for any tourists from Israel. They do not want Israeli tourists in Denmark anymore. So
now this is my thing. You can, the thing is, I am against the Israeli government and what they stand for and what they're pushing on their people.
Yeah.
I still support the people of Israel who are innocent in all of this. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be against the people.
I mean, there were Israelis that were there at the gates trying to get the humanitarian aid through. There were people there, that don't like the Netanyahu government and everything that's gone on.
Dude, just because I say I'm against the Israeli people, now he's calling me anti-Semitic. Dear Lord.
Which is exactly the opposite of what she said.
Yeah. So you're an imbecile
has trouble with
because you can't figure that.
Yeah.
Why don't you look up the definition?
Now this is a little hard to hear, but it's worth it, and we'll not play it. But it's Rod Stewart talking to King Charles yesterday in some rope line, something here, and I'll see if you can hear what he says, and then I'll repeat what he says because it's a little hard to hear. I meant to edit it today and boost the audio, but anyway, here it is.
May I say well done in the Americans? You were superb, absolutely superb. Put that little white bag in his place.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
We have Rod Stewart.
And the only thing is, I just wish we had the camera on Charles's face when he said that. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see his face because he's talking about the speech to Congress, of course. And I'll play it one more.
May I say well done in the Americans? You were superb, absolutely superb. Put that little white bag in his place.
He did smile. You can see a smile.
Put that little rat bag in his place.
Rod Stewart did the Americans a great big favor. He recorded every single song written by our great composers of popular music and put them all into a series of albums, something that no American singer has ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I mean, of him singing them, you're saying?
Yeah.
He's actually singing?
Yeah, the whole Great American Songbook. He sang.
Is that right? Wow.
I think my grandma had his CDs.
I saw him in 1980.
They're really great.
1. Yeah. It was exciting. It was a good concert. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Ukraine that's Eurovision caught two things have always I didn't watch it originally, but I've always been interested that Eurovision is where ABBA broke out. That's where ABBA became famous for overnight was by winning Eurovision. And then when Ukraine won, that was very cool.
Oh God, who is this character? Beer Lordian.
Beer Lordian. I do like your screen name, Beer Lordian. I can't stand much of anything you say, but I do like your screen name, Beer Lordian. That's a nice word to say. It's like, Mark Twain's favorite phrase in the English language, he said, was cellar door. Cellar door.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just a little nasty weirdo. So make him go away. When was the last time he actually
there's something like something
embarrassing
about Beer
yourself?
Lordian.
Yeah. He needs to go away.
I don't know, but anyway, to answer your question, I'm not sure I ever had a job that wasn't embarrassing. I mean, my first job was pulling weeds on the golf greens. That was pretty humiliating. I had to do it with a butter knife.
My uncles were corn detasselers.
Pull the weed out.
Yeah.
What's that? What about your uncle?
My uncles did corn detasseling.
That'll
What
cut
does
your
that
arms
mean?
up and getting out tassel
Yeah.
corn. So yeah,
Taking
people
corn off the
walk
stalk.
beans, walk beans, the soybeans, and you like thin them out, walk them.
Oh God.
I took care of 3 kids every day one summer from 7 a.m. or from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. 3 kids when I
He
was
wasn't
13,
let go. He quit.
when I was 13 years old. And it made me,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why I was like, oh, I was stuck in the house and I did not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
No, I actually, that was a very more public than I meant for it to be when I resigned from MSNBC. But anyway, you can have your own version of whatever you want on that history. But but it is true that I got into some big spats on the air when well, the day I resigned was when Chris Matthews called me a racist because I wasn't Obama, and that had been building up. So anyway, that was about
Tweety Bird.
Yeah, we had a whole lot to say about Tweety.
I used to call Chris Matthews Tweety Bird.
He was not run out of DC. He lives in DC, you numbskull. God. Like, how just wow.
Wow. I've been run out of DC. Who's saying that?
They didn't do a very good job because you're still here.
I'm still here.
I was going to
paying
say.
taxes.
Oh, God.
I got no representation in Congress, but I'm here.
Yeah, who do you call about that? See, that's the thing. You're in DC, so you.
Yeah, I don't even have anybody to call. I will say though, I had a big issue with Social Security when I first our congressman, what's her name, the non-voting. We do have non-voting members of Congress, and she helped me out. Her staff helped me out with this big Social Security problem.
So you have an ombudsman.
Well, she's literally, what's her name? Eleanor Norton. Yeah. Eleanor. She's actually a member of Congress. She just can't vote, which is weird.
Yes, it is weird. It is weird.
She just can't vote. And we have a shadow senator that we never hear anything about. But she actually has an office and does constituent services, and her staff helped me with a Social Security problem I had, and did a really good job on it too. But and she's retiring now, by the way. But anyway.
But so how do they have elections for them, or are they just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really weird that they can't vote, though.
I'm thinking I'll go find Israel for today's sampling from Eurovision, since we've been talking about Israel.
Yeah.
Let's see what their controversial. It's probably kind of feel bad for the artist involved. They're probably not enjoying all this.
Yeah, her other rights include she can introduce legislation.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So I could still call her. I actually should call her and wish her well, because she's in her final days of her term, and thank her for helping me get my Social Security sorted out.
There you go. Yeah. They probably don't get too many thank you calls these days.
We should do that. You know what? For every nasty call we make, we should make a friendly call to somebody.
Well, here's something to thank her for that relates directly to you, Craig.
What's that?
Her most recent introduction is to get you voting rights, to make you a state.
Yeah.
You won't go anywhere, but I'm sure you would like to be a state.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. A lot of people, when I tell them, it's surprising to me how many people don't know. And I say, I'll show them, look at my license plate. My license plate says no taxation without representation. That's what's on our license plate. But anyway, here's Israel. Noam Bettan, Bettan. I guess the song name is Michelle. Now I'm going to see if I get the volume.
We already
up this
watched
time.
that one.
I think we might have, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
It looks like Dua Lipa.
It was kind of slow, wasn't it? Kind of slow. But
That's a weird pep club rally out on the bleachers.
Yeah.
It looks like a pep club rally on the bleachers.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Huh.
Winterland wants Croatia.
Yeah.
Oh,
do
okay.
Croatia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. They must have a Croatia. I do remember seeing Croatia. Here it is. Lalik, Andromeda. Andromeda, it says here, is what this is. Croatia.
Dok pališ svijeću, pitaj svoju baku, zašto je kćeri rađala u strahu, zašto su mnogi odabrali groblje, nisu naše majke izjedrile roblje.
Song.
Noći su sunce potekle ko rijeka, zašto se piše povijest iz početka.
I always like to wait for the hook on pop songs. You judge pop songs by their hook.
Da smo čupute iz koljevke krici. Pustim na sebi granice zemljo, tvoja je duša, njima sam tijelo, vodi me do zvijezda, porušenih gnjezda, tamo gdje uskrike isprate vojnike, vodi me do zvijezda, daleko od pogleda, Andromeda. Sve urezane.
You know, is it just me, or a lot of these Eurovision songs pretty dark?
They're pretty dark right now. Yeah.
I mean,
He's trying
yesterday.
to hide her child from the patriarchy.
Right.
That's what I see.
Like Riot.
Witches and trying to keep you away from the patriarchy. And
you know,
I tell you, the Silicon Tomato reviewer has not appreciated our Eurovision. He slams our Eurovision segments every day.
I like this. It is dark.
You like the song? Yeah, I do.
I
like her voice.
But
Yeah.
it's a fascinating video. So are these all women that have died at the hands of men? Or
is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't understand the lyrics. So are these witches?
Do you know, Winter? What's this song about?
I like it, but
here's the big finish. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I don't know what it was about, but I got my own stuff out of it when I'm watching it. Obviously.
Well, you know, that's what art's about. That's what art's for. You know, you're supposed to get whatever you want out of it.
Yeah,
you know?
fascist hate
that
art.
wasn't what vampire. That was more witchy.
That was witchy, and I don't know if what happened there.
Winter's not taking responsibility for explaining the video.
Well, we're gonna have
That's okay. When
we're gonna have to look it up. You don't speak European.
You don't speak European. And before we go, I wanted to we got to take a shot at some billionaires. And AOC does a pretty good job of it.
Certain level of wealth and accumulation. That is,
She makes an argument here that I struggle a little bit with. I mean, but I'm taking it in. I'm taking it in.
Unearned, right? You can't earn $1 billion.
That's right.
You just
She's making the case that if you're a billionaire, you haven't earned your money, and I'm wrestling with that idea.
can't.
Well,
earn
look,
that.
somebody else
exactly
paid for the
correct.
education for those workers. Somebody else paid for the infrastructure of those workers. Somebody is giving you tax breaks. Somebody is, I mean, it is, and then you've got the passive income and playing the stock market and doing all these other things and insider trading probably. Every single step of that, if you try to earn $1 billion by yourself, ground up, bootstrap it, without infrastructure, without somebody else's education, without somebody else's labor.
And you can lock it up in all forms of trusts that are untaxable. So it keeps collecting interest and you pay nothing on it.
Yeah. So the system is rigged. And so like right now, Elon Musk is going after Sam Altman because he invested money in OpenAI, and it was supposed to be a nonprofit, but now Sam Altman is making money off of it, and so he's going after and he's trying to shut it down basically because Elon needs all the money. He needs all the power. It is a sickness with these people. They are sick people. They need attention, they need money, they need power. At some point, it's never going to be enough for them. They all have a gaping hole in their souls.
And then you have the very few who say they're giving it all away before they die. But they're rare.
They're rare. There's a website called the Giving Pledge, and it lists the people that are giving away their money. And some of them are giving away their money now, but like Mackenzie Scott, of the money that she got after her divorce from Bezos, she has given away more than she got, but now she has more money than she had to begin with because of the way interest and all the things work. Like you can never spend your way out. I don't think we could ever, unless we actually took it all away, we could never tax them out of being billionaires.
Well, I do think it's a good political message for the midterms. For the billionaires are not popular these days, but it's this kind of talk right here that makes people call her communist and everything. And I think they're just simply afraid of her. That's it.
Earn that.
That's exactly correct.
You can get market power. You can break rules. You can do all sorts of things. You can abuse labor laws.
Yep.
You can pay people less than what they're worth.
Yep.
But you can't earn that, right?
That's right.
And so you have to create a myth that since you didn't earn that, you have to create a myth of earning it.
See, I just think
she's right though.
The right's, I think that's why the right's so afraid of her. If that sort of thinking catches on with the middle of America, the independent voters, man, they are screwed.
Talarico's on the same page.
Yeah.
And
I know he's got the line, and he twists. He has a great way of twisting it out of the transgender stuff. I mean, it's a fascinating little twist dance that he does. He talks about the transgender stuff, which is something of a liability politically for Democrats, and he twists it to the billionaires. He goes, transgender people are 1% of the population. The 1% we should be worried about are the billionaires. And then he turns it right around in his stump speech. It's very deft. It's very well done.
Oh, but
you're afraid of AOC, Snow. That's why you can't stop talking about her. You're afraid.
That's why you can't vote for a woman. You're too afraid of a woman.
Scared.
Oh, of course they
Clearly, earlier he said that Craig is better on the show and that the three of us are bringing him down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked him if he has a problem with outspoken women.
I think that might be. You might have.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Snow.
Loudmouth women. Oh my gosh. The bane of your existence. But you know what, Mr. Snow? You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
We're allowing you to be here. Craig is allowing you to be here, but you don't have to be here.
Same with May. Same with Dear Lord Ian.
And let's see where. Oh, let's see. We got up to. Well, we got up to 100 and what is this? 100 and. Let's see. We got up to. What do we have here? We got 100 and. Oh, we're up to 145. We wound up the hour with 145. So we doubled our audience.
We're about to bust out of the church basement.
Into the fellowship.
You know what?
Hall.
The Eurovision.
Yeah,
I mean,
fellowship hall.
I believe Eurovision boosted our ratings.
Maybe. Well, I have to go finish building my desk and my planter. So,
all right.
I will see y'all later. I have to
Have a
wake my
great
husband
day,
up
folks.
to come downstairs to help me because it's big and yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be over on trailmix.cc, folks, where we keep things going. And just remember, here's my themes for the midterms. This is my campaign theme: cost, chaos, corruption. That's the 3 C's we're running against in the.
I still think that it needs to start with K. Every one of them.
You want to change them all? Okay.
To get the other, yeah.
And I think I'll end up with with all this gerrymandering stuff. You know what? I want to go back to Trump told us out loud just before the 2024 campaign what he thinks about voting. He's going to stop it. He's going to. We don't have to vote anymore. And I think he's trying at least to fulfill that promise. So anyway, we're going to.
Could this be America's last election if Donald Trump wins? Listen to what the former president told a Christian group at the Turning Point USA Believers Summit in West Palm Beach. The former president telling the crowd that if they re-elect him to the White House, they won't have to worry about voting ever again.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
He said it 3 times.